Have you ever wondered what truly goes on in a woman's mind, especially when you're over 50 and navigating new chapters of life, intimacy, and companionship? You're definitely not alone. Many men find themselves craving deeper insights into female psychology at this stage, seeking to enhance their emotional connections, improve communication, and keep romantic sparks glowing well into their golden years. Today, let's take an honest, in-depth look at the essential factors that drive a woman's emotions, desires, and behaviors, all through the lens of science, practical experience, and genuine warmth. Before we jump in, I'd love for you to take a moment and reflect on this fascinating statistic. According to a 2019 study published in the journal Archives of Sexual Behavior, at least half of individuals over the age of 50 report being just as, or even more, interested in sex and intimate connection than they were in their younger years. This is a powerful reminder that love, desire, and romance can thrive well beyond our 20s and 30s. We might have different priorities, concerns, or physical realities at this stage, but none of that erases our fundamental human need to bond, connect, and feel valued. In this video, we'll explore crucial insights every mature man should know about female psychology. From the mental shifts a woman might experience after specific intimate acts, to the emotional triggers that can bolster connection, to surprising scientific facts that remind us just how diverse and wonderful sexuality can be. You'll discover ideas on how to communicate more effectively, strategies to maintain satisfying intimacy, and ways to adapt to a woman's changing needs over time. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates. Your support means the world to us. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps share our message with a wider audience. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoyed the content, type yes in the comments below. If it didn't resonate with you, let me know by typing no. Your feedback is incredibly valuable and helps me craft videos that better suit your interests. Now, let's delve into some powerful truths rooted in both psychology and physiology that can help you cultivate a more fulfilling love life and stronger emotional bonds. Sexual frequency and life satisfaction. Does having more sex automatically equate to more happiness? A 2015 study in the journal Social, Psychological, and Personality Science found that couples who had sex once a week reported a happiness boost, but increasing frequency beyond that didn't necessarily amplify it further. This suggests that quality often matters more than quantity. If you're feeling guilty because you're not doing it every night, let that go. Focus on making each encounter meaningful, respectful, and attentive to mutual pleasure. Female psychology influences intimacy over time. A woman's psychological state and hormonal changes inevitably influence her perceptions and experiences in the bedroom. As women age, estrogen levels fluctuate, which can alter libido, arousal patterns, and even emotional responses to sexual activity. Some women over 50 experience a renewed sense of passion, especially if they've gone through menopause and now feel a desire to explore sexuality with fewer worries about pregnancy. Others may wrestle with dryness or discomfort, making them appreciate a more patient, considerate partner. When men grasp these hormonal ebbs and flows, they can step in with greater empathy. For example, if she's worried about pain or dryness, you can take the initiative by bringing up the possibility of using water-based lubricants or suggesting extended foreplay. A considerate approach that says, "I care about your comfort and pleasure," speaks volumes. Emotional connection, trust, and genuine consideration can deepen intimacy in ways that are profoundly meaningful, especially in later life. Emotional and physical affection, the power of touch. One issue many long-term couples face is a decline in affectionate touch, hugs, cuddles, gentle caresses that can maintain emotional closeness. Researchers at the University of Toronto found that warm, consistent physical contact can reduce stress hormones like cortisol and bolster relationship satisfaction. If you found that day-to-day life has eroded simple expressions of affection, try reintroducing them gradually. A kiss on the cheek when you cross paths in the kitchen, a hand on her lower back while you're watching television. These small gestures can be surprisingly impactful. They remind her and you that closeness extends beyond the bedroom. The surprising role of semen and immune health. Have you come across the claim that swallowing semen might contribute to a stronger immune system? Though this topic remains somewhat controversial and more research is needed, a 2003 study from the State University of New York at Albany highlighted possible mood-enhancing and stress-relieving effects associated with exposure to semen. While the direct link to immune function is still debated among researchers, this anecdote serves as a reminder. Sexuality can play an intricate role in our overall well-being, with mental and physical facets often working hand in hand. What's most important is that any act of intimacy is consensual, comfortable, and desired by both parties. If this idea intrigues you and your partner, having an honest, empathetic conversation about boundaries and preferences is crucial. Strange yet fascinating facts about female anatomy. Did you know that roughly 1 in every 7,000 women is born without a fully developed vagina, a condition called vaginal agenesis? This condition can go unnoticed until puberty, emphasizing once more that the female body is immensely diverse. Even for women without such conditions, there is incredible variability in how they experience arousal, orgasm, and intimacy. Consider the fact that in the animal kingdom, the female black widow spider is infamous for occasionally consuming her mate after or even during copulation. It's a dramatic example, but it underscores how varied mating behaviors can be across species and reminds us that sexuality carries a certain element of unpredictability. Closer to home, some women report feeling a spark or jolt of pleasure in their vagina simply from having their neck or ears kissed or licked. These body parts can hold a wealth of nerve endings that, when stimulated, quickly arouse the entire sexual system. This is a potent insight. Your attention to these subtle sensual cues can dramatically enhance intimacy. Love and health, the science of connection. The American Sociological Association notes that sex within a loving bond can be especially enriching. Emotional connection, both verbally and physically, has been consistently linked to better mental health outcomes, especially for couples navigating midlife or retirement transitions. Meanwhile, 70% of men indicate that they prefer to skip intercourse during their partner's menstrual cycle, which is perfectly normal if that's your comfort level. Yet many women experience heightened arousal and pleasure during menstruation. Communication, again, is everything. When both partners feel free to express likes and dislikes, the result is a deeper sense of understanding and acceptance. If you're sensitive to smell, you might discover that certain scents, such as your partner's natural sweat or vaginal discharge, can amplify sexual excitement. Though it might sound surprising, the sense of smell plays a huge role in attraction. A study published in Biological Psychology, 2019, found that subconscious olfactory cues can significantly enhance or diminish arousal levels, orgasms, and overall well-being. Both partnered sex and solo masturbation can have remarkable health benefits. For men, frequent ejaculation is sometimes correlated with better prostate health, though the American Urological Association suggests that more large-scale research is still needed. For women, orgasm can improve mood, release tension, and boost overall feelings of closeness if it occurs in a shared context. Interestingly, some women may experience difficulty achieving orgasm. According to certain estimates, around 30% of women say they rarely or never climax, and about 10% report they've never experienced orgasm at all. This is a key point for mature men to remember. Just because a woman can't or doesn't climax every time doesn't mean she's not enjoying the experience. Pleasure, intimacy, and emotional closeness can take many forms, and orgasm is just one possible outcome. Emotional bonding, the oxytocin effect. It's no secret that after sex, the body releases oxytocin, a hormone often called the love hormone. Oxytocin promotes feelings of relaxation, bonding, and trust, which is why cuddling or simply resting together after sex often feels so comforting. A 2005 study published in the journal Nature showed that when strangers were given a nasal spray of oxytocin, they displayed higher levels of trust in controlled experiments. Within a romantic context, this heightened sense of trust can lead to deeper vulnerability, open communication, and lasting satisfaction. But what if you're both reeling from a stressful day or years of unresolved tension have built up in your relationship? Stress hormones can counteract the beneficial effects of oxytocin, making emotional bonding more challenging. This is where a mindful approach to intimacy can help. Setting the stage with soft music, low lighting, or a warm bath can soothe tension and encourage the body to embrace the calming influence of oxytocin. Intense pleasures, the A-spot, P-spot, and beyond. You've likely heard of the G-spot. However, the world of sexual pleasure is far broader than many realize. Some women report that stimulation of the A-spot, an area further back in the vagina, closer to the cervix, can spark deeper waves of pleasure. For men, the P-spot, prostate, can yield a similarly intense orgasm. Knowing these lesser discussed erogenous zones can be a game changer for couples seeking variety. The key is patience, communication, and a willingness to explore beyond the usual. A 2015 study in sexual and relationship therapy showed that couples who experiment with different forms of stimulation, be it anal play, vibrators, or mutual massage, often experience greater satisfaction overall. However, keep in mind that each person's comfort level is unique. Gentle curiosity and respectful dialogue are essential. Keys to winning a woman's heart. Much of what draws a woman closer, especially beyond age 50, is about emotional depth, empathy, and consistency. Sure, physical attraction matters, but psychological research points time and again to the importance of 1. Active listening. Women often process information by talking through it, and having a partner who genuinely listens can be profoundly affirming. Reflect back what she says, ask follow-up questions, and validate her feelings. 2. Supportive empathy. Life in your 50s and 60s can bring unique challenges, job transitions, health changes, family shifts. Being there to encourage and reassure her fosters a sense of partnership that goes far beyond mere romance. 3. Small gestures. Thoughtful touches like a surprise flower bouquet, a comforting hug when she's down, or even a quick text that says, "I'm thinking about you," can have a huge psychological impact. According to a 2017 study in personal relationships, these micro moments of connection can bolster relationship satisfaction. And 4. Respect for individuality. By the time we reach 50, many of us have well-established routines, interests, and ways of doing things. You don't need to share all of your partner's hobbies, but show genuine respect for her passions. Supporting her sense of autonomy can strengthen your bond. 5. Genuine compliments. While physical compliments are nice, comments about her intelligence, generosity, or problem-solving skills often resonate deeper. Many women find it incredibly meaningful when their inner qualities are recognized. Neck kisses, ear licks, and the power of sensory stimulation. One of the lesser-known secrets in female psychology is just how potent certain touch points can be, particularly around the neck and ears. More than 90% of women describe these areas as powerfully erotic, possibly because the skin is thinner and nerve endings are closer to the surface. A light brush of the lips, a gentle nibble, or a soft whisper can spark instantaneous arousal. The psychological aspect here is crucial. Focusing on these erogenous zones shows her that you're attuned to her body and her pleasure. If you're feeling playful, don't be afraid to use temperature play, like an ice cube or a warm breath near her ear, to enhance sensation. This keeps experiences novel and reminds both of you that passion can stay alive for decades. The Black Widow reference and why extreme examples matter. When you hear about Black Widow spiders consuming their mates, it's easy to think that has nothing to do with human sexuality. Yet these sorts of extreme examples highlight the diverse ways nature approaches reproduction, bonding, and survival. For humans, it's an invitation to remember that every relationship and every woman is unique. Some women crave gentle, affectionate sex. Others might want something more adventurous or edgy. Being open to her specific desires, rather than assuming all women are the same, paves the way for a deeply satisfying connection. Exploring curiosities, vaginal contractions, ejaculation, and more. During orgasm, the uterus sometimes contracts in a way that can help pull in sperm, showing how intricately the female body is designed to encourage fertilization. Not every woman experiences orgasm this way, but it underscores how physical pleasure and reproductive biology can intertwine. Female ejaculation, or squirting, is another fascinating aspect of human sexuality. Studies differ on the exact fluid composition, but many suggest it originates from the Skene's glands near the urethra. It's important to note that squirting, ejaculation, and orgasm can occur together or independently. Some women may experience squirting without intense orgasmic pleasure. Others might have mind-blowing orgasms without any fluid release. There's no single correct experience, bringing back desire with physical activity. Men often wonder why so many women appreciate partners who are at least somewhat active. The answer goes beyond simple aesthetics. Physical exercise, whether brisk walking, yoga, or light weightlifting, boosts cardiovascular health and hormone regulation. When you keep your body moving, you're likely to have better stamina, improved blood flow, and a higher baseline mood, thanks to endorphin release. This can translate into more enjoyable, satisfying, intimate moments. Plus, according to a 2020 overview in the Journal of Affective Disorders, regular exercise can reduce stress and anxiety, two well-known libido killers. Favorite positions, the value of varied sexual exploration. Different positions can offer distinct types of stimulation. The 69 position is often described as a mutual exploration of sensations, enabling partners to simultaneously give and receive pleasure. Meanwhile, doggy style can allow for deeper penetration, which many men and women find more intense. Of course, not all women will experience the same level of pleasure from each position. Differences in anatomy, personal preference, and emotional comfort all matter. Couples who've been together for decades sometimes find themselves in a rut, defaulting to a single go-to position. Don't let routine stifle exploration. Experimenting with angles, pacing, or even the introduction of pillows can bring a refreshing newness to your intimate life. Communication remains paramount. Check in with her about comfort levels, potential discomfort, and what sensations feel particularly good. The aroma of attraction and the role of testosterone. Pheromones are a known factor in animal behavior, and scientists have long debated whether humans respond to them in similar ways. While the jury is still out, some research, such as a 2018 study in physiology and behavior, indicates that we may be subconsciously drawn to certain natural scents, possibly influenced by hormonal levels like testosterone. This means maintaining overall health can also influence how appealing your natural scent is to a partner. If cologne or fragrance intrigues you, choose subtle scents that complement your natural aroma rather than overpowering it. Women often describe the clean but musky smell of a partner's skin as a significant turn-on. The key is moderation. Too much artificial fragrance can negate that subtle chemistry. When women desire more sex during menopause. Menopause is a time of massive hormonal shifts. While many women experience declines in estrogen that can lead to vaginal dryness or reduced libido, others encounter a surge of freedom. No worries about pregnancy, kids grown and out of the house, and a desire to reclaim personal pleasure. This can translate into a higher or more adventurous libido. The North American Menopause Society emphasizes that each woman's journey is unique. The best approach? Stay open-minded and engage in dialogue about her needs and comfort. If dryness is an issue, lubricants, hormone therapy, or dietary adjustments might help. If she's experiencing a sexual renaissance, be prepared to explore new dimensions of intimacy. Combating erection challenges with compassion. It's not unusual for men over 50 to experience occasional erectile dysfunction, ED. This isn't a reflection of your masculinity or desirability. It's often linked to reduced blood flow, changes in hormone levels, or side effects of medication. Rather than ignoring the issue, address it openly. Gentle confidence can help dissolve any embarrassment or shame. You might consider exercises like yoga, which has been shown in some studies, such as a 2010 review in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, to improve circulation and sexual function for older adults. Remember that intimacy doesn't hinge solely on intercourse. Oral sex, mutual masturbation, sensual massage, and other forms of connection can be just as fulfilling. The key is to focus on pleasure, intimacy, and emotional closeness. Attachment styles: secure, avoidant, or anxious. Attachment theory is often discussed in parenting, but it applies to romantic relationships too. A secure attachment style typically manifests as being comfortable with intimacy, open communication, and trust. Avoidant individuals might pull back, fearing too much closeness, while anxious types might worry excessively about being loved or abandoned. Understanding your partner's style and your own can demystify many conflicts. If your partner seems anxious, for instance, offering consistent reassurance and transparency can help. If she's more avoidant, giving her space and independence may be key to making her feel respected and safe. Staying vibrant, sex after 80. It might astound some, but sex after 80 is far from a myth. Studies, such as a 2018 analysis in the New England Journal of Medicine, have documented older adults who remain sexually active well into their 80s and express high satisfaction levels. The physical mechanics can change, of course, but the emotional, psychological, and relational benefits remain. Frequent checkups, open conversations with healthcare providers, and adaptations like lubricants or hormone therapy can make all the difference. Handling comparisons and insecurities. A woman's self-esteem might fluctuate at different stages. Society often bombards women with messages about body image and aging. Complimenting her on her resilience, intelligence, or sense of humor can counteract the negativity she may internalize from external sources. Men, too, can feel anxious about body changes, weight gain, hair loss, or reduced muscle mass. Mutual reassurance nurtures emotional safety, allowing both partners to focus on deeper values like companionship and shared interests, rather than superficial judgments. Insight into menstrual periods and sexual desire. Though a percentage of men prefer to avoid sex during menstruation, it's worth noting that some women experience stronger libido during this time, possibly due to hormonal fluctuations that increase sensitivity and blood flow. If you're open to it, and she's comfortable, you might discover that intimacy during her period can be surprisingly passionate. If it's not your preference, that's okay. What matters is clear communication. Revisit the topic occasionally. Preferences can evolve, addressing myths, dead vagina syndrome, and other misconceptions. There's a myth known as dead vagina syndrome, suggesting that frequent sex or masturbation can reduce vaginal sensitivity. Medical experts, including those at the Mayo Clinic, clarify that this simply isn't true. Vaginal tissues, like many parts of the body, can adapt, but they don't lose sensitivity through consensual sexual activity. If a woman experiences less sensation, it could be due to hormone fluctuations, stress, or other health factors. Exploring solutions like pelvic floor exercises, lubricants, and open dialogue usually restores or even enhances pleasure. Creative exploration, the Carezza method, and beyond. Not all sexual experiences need to culminate in orgasm. The Carezza method emphasizes slow, gentle, affectionate touch without the pressure to climax. This can be especially appealing to couples who want to focus on emotional and spiritual bonding. Many find it less physically demanding, which can be a relief if either partner struggles with health concerns or performance anxiety. Incorporating methods like Carezza can deepen your intimacy toolbox, giving you more ways to connect beyond traditional intercourse. Why women love men who take care of themselves. Basic grooming, like trimming facial hair or getting regular haircuts, sends a nonverbal message that you value personal hygiene and self-respect. While physical appearance isn't everything, a well-groomed beard or tidy hairstyle can boost your confidence and signal to a partner that you're invested in presenting your best self. Confidence, after all, is deeply attractive. You don't need the physique of a professional athlete. Sincerity, kindness, humor, and thoughtful grooming often matter far more. Unrealistic expectations and the need for honest communication. Many people, men and women alike, harbor illusions about what sex should be, thanks to media portrayals. In reality, bodies change over time. Desire can ebb and flow. Stress, medications, and medical conditions can dampen arousal. The best strategy? Talk about it. Being open about concerns, anxieties, or physical limitations fosters empathy. Rather than silently worrying, share your experiences and ask about hers. This kind of transparency can transform sexual hurdles into opportunities for deeper connection and creative problem solving. When she's quiet, take notice. It's often said that women, like men, communicate volumes with silence. If your partner grows uncharacteristically quiet, it could be a sign she's upset, reflecting on deeper issues, or feeling distant. Approach the situation gently. I notice you've been quiet. Is there something you'd like to talk about or that's weighing on your mind? Sometimes women simply need space to process. Other times, that quietness signals a call for your support. In either case, mindful attention can prevent small misunderstandings from snowballing into bigger ones, making her feel special with surprise gestures. Whether it's a surprise party for a milestone birthday or a spontaneous weekend getaway, planning small or big surprises can reignite excitement in a relationship. Research from the University of Virginia's National Marriage Project has shown that novelty, doing new activities together, helps reinforce relationship bonds over time. Surprises don't have to be extravagant. A simple handwritten note slipped under her coffee mug can brighten her entire day, especially if it's heartfelt and personal. Syncing heartbeats and the power of eye contact. You might have heard about the concept of couples synchronizing heartbeats after prolonged eye contact. A 2013 study in the journal Scientific Reports highlighted how intimate connection can sometimes manifest in measurable physiological alignments. It's a poetic way of showing that when we open ourselves to genuine closeness through gaze, touch, and mutual vulnerability, we can literally influence each other's biology. If you want to try an exercise at home, consider gazing into her eyes in a quiet, private space for a minute or two. You might feel awkward at first, but many couples find that an intense sense of closeness emerges, revealing layers of intimacy that words alone can't capture. Social media's impact on sexual life. Excessive social media use can interfere with real-life connections, leading to decreased sexual satisfaction. A 2018 study from Computers and Human Behavior found that couples who devoted too much time to online interactions often reported feeling less emotionally and physically connected to each other. Setting boundaries, like having device-free evenings or avoiding phone usage in bed, can revive the sacred space that fosters genuine closeness. Sexual dissonance and internal conflicts. Sometimes, individuals experience a mismatch between what their body wants and what their mind believes they should or shouldn't do. This is often referred to as sexual dissonance. Perhaps you've grown up with strict cultural or religious beliefs about what's appropriate, yet your desires don't line up neatly. A compassionate approach is to recognize that sexuality is nuanced and personal. Seeking a trained therapist or counselor can help you reconcile these internal conflicts, paving the way for a more harmonious relationship with yourself and your partner. Conclusion: understanding the female psyche, especially in the realm of intimacy, goes far beyond memorizing facts or following a scripted formula. It involves empathy, open communication, respect for individuality, and a willingness to learn alongside your partner. As you've seen, there's a wealth of scientific insight and practical wisdom out there, from the intricacies of hormonal changes to the powerful bonds forged by touch and emotional closeness. Ultimately, the journey of love, dating, and deep connection after 50 can be one of the most rewarding experiences of your life. Armed with the knowledge of how a woman's body and mind may evolve over time, you can step into each intimate moment with greater understanding, confidence, and tenderness. Remember, strong communication, playful curiosity, and genuine care form the foundation of a satisfying and long-lasting bond. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates. Your support means the world to us. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps share our message with a wider audience. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoyed the content, type yes in the comments below. If it didn't resonate with you, let me know by typing no. Your feedback is incredibly valuable and helps me craft videos that better suit your interests. What aspect of female psychology surprised you the most? Do you have any personal strategies for staying close and connected with your partner? Let's keep this conversation going. By sharing our experiences, we empower each other to embrace sexuality as a vital, vibrant part of life at every age. Remember, it's never too late to rediscover passion, learn new dimensions of your partner, and create beautiful, lasting memories. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I look forward to hearing your insights and continuing our journey toward healthy, fulfilling relationships. Stay curious, Stay open-hearted, and until next time, take care and keep growing in love. Disclaimer: this content is for informational and educational purposes only and does not substitute professional medical or mental health advice. Always consult with a healthcare provider or counselor for personalized guidance regarding your individual situation.